the whole time we were sitting there, you were going, I have a really good one. I have a really good one. That's what it was.
You're gaslighting the audience. I said absolutely nothing to you. I sat here in silence because I don't like talking to you.
That's fair. Not a lot of people do. My psychiatrist does. Game 1.
I think he likes the money he gets out of you.
The panel is not too hot about the Timbersaw pick lane-wise, which I agree with.
Okay.
But I do think the Timber, there was no better choice because you needed damage. You needed as much damage as you can get. Because this PARIVISION draft is perhaps one of the most disgusting abominations against the spirit of Dota I've ever seen.
Can you expand on that?
Look at it. Medusa Bristle Kunkka Naga Siren? What? Like, are you even playing the game? Or are you just playing damage simulator? It's just a damage test. Do you have the damage, Nigma Galaxy? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. We're about to find out because this lineup does nothing except tank. It's just all tank. Go to sleep. It's literally a put you to sleep, heal to tank.
It sounds like 6th Energy.
Actually,
they're going to go on these tanky guys, and then 9 Class is going to show up. He's going to put them to sleep. He's going to buy the shard. He's going to heal them while they're sleeping.
Yes, except the lineup is so disgusting that it's anti-synergy with itself because you're buying shard on Naga to heal people, and you're using Boat Rum to delay the damage for a Medusa who never loses HP.
Well,
explain it to me.
Be pretty sick with the Bristleback. And the Bristleback,
yeah, that part's nice.
The Bristleback is going to be putting go on everybody. So this lineup of PARIVISIONs that supposedly only tanks is going to start doing damage because the Deuce is going to be amped up by the fact that they have a bunch of minus armor on Nigma Galaxy.
Look, I'm not saying the lineup's not good. I'm just saying it's disgusting.
It is pretty
filthy, dude. It's just straight filthy. They should be reported. I'm going to report them to HR after this game.
All right. I feel like if Nigma Galaxy did this, you wouldn't be reporting them.
I would. I would report them as well. This has nothing to do with it being PARIVISION, everything to do with these 5 heroes. It's just, what is wrong with you? Like, what are you trying to achieve? You know, what is your aim in life?
To win.
That's fair.
To get the dub.
That's fair. And they might win because this draft is quite spooky to play into, especially for Noob on the Doom. That's who I'm worried about. Traditionally a hero that suffers playing into tank, damage delay, and disengage lineups, and PARIVISION have a lot of that. You're going to doom someone, you might get slept. You're going to doom someone, they get boated. You're going to doom someone, guess what? You have 6 goo stacks on you, you can't move. You're going to doom someone, guess what? It was a Medusa. You may as well have doomed yourself. There's no good options in this game.
It seems like a pretty good game for Sumail, though.
Yeah, in theory, because you just need raw damage, and Timbersaw is pure damage. So that's why I like the pick. Even if the lane's not good, like, you needed something here to kill these heroes, and
yeah,
there's limited options that are going to give you that level of damage. Timbersaw is one of them. OD is actually one of them, but this hero has not been winning in the world of Dota 2 lately.
They do have some heroes that just don't run out of damage. Batrider is one of them.
Yes, Bat
so
is
damage
another,
can have a pretty good start here. Had a blood grenade still, did not throw it out.
It's a support Bat, though. Right, like, he's not...
Yeah.
It's not crazy. And that's also what I have concerns for in terms of the IO Marcy in this game. Like, IO Marcy generally runs out of steam at some point in the fight, especially if he gets delayed. If you get songed, if you get boated. These are not fun spells.
Yeah, even Stone Gaze going off is kind of annoying.
But the upside, GHIO, the first time we get to see it.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Damn. They really just haven't been picking it for him, huh? Noob got locked down by the shackles, but it looks like his HP regen, he's just able to push through. He'll get the kill on the Shadow Shaman first. Will he die to his last hit? Not enough. Satanic won't be able to get another one. The Doom survives. And Satanic's going to take a lot of damage on his way out. Yamich want to go for this? Oh, he's going to try. He regrets trying. It's a good thing he has that heal himself. Early Vanguard for Noob. This is going to be a great Crimson Guard game.
Oh yeah, just add even more survivability to the lineup. Why not? And yes, I just checked. This is the first game for GH IO. The first IO game for Nigma Galaxy in this new patch. Remember, this hero was bugged, right? So they couldn't pick it.
Yeah, that's true. That started the tournament, yeah.
So if Nigma can start winning with this hero, it's absolutely huge for them because they are the IO team with the IO player left in the scene. And then it becomes a huge threat. You get all your combos with it. Though I will say a big part of that IO combination for them was the Miracle component. I think genuinely he was one of the best carries ever at playing with this hero and snowballing a game. Those IO star combinations, the IO gyro combinations, that type of deal. So the bar is very high for Ghost to deliver here. So far, he's having a pretty good time, though. Winning the lane is what you want to see.
Yeah, and I mean, Ghost comes from a region that typically didn't play IO very much. So
True.
I wonder how many times he's played on a team that had an IO player.
It's a team skill hero, and
yeah.
it's as much a carry skill as it is the IO player skill.
Yeah.
Like, the carry needs to know how to play around this hero, when to tell him to leave, when to play alone, when to join, how to play the fights based off you being reload in instead of you just TPing and joining the fight normally. There's a lot of little things that make a big difference with this hero. How to play super aggressive on the lane so you snowball with the IO's timings. I think every IO player knows the pain of playing with a carry who's never played with the IO.
Yeah, and they just play way too passive.
Yeah, and you're just screaming.
Well, it's already off to a pretty good start. Ghost got pretty aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Fought DM. Then they chased after 9 class, going behind the tower. Got a kill there. First kill of the laning phase for Nigma.
This is the name of the game for Nigma Galaxy. You need to get off to a fast start here, build some aggression, snowball that, and take advantage of the fact that this PARIVISION lineup is very slow and very low damage in the first 10 or 15 minutes, right? There's not a lot of threat on you in this game.
TP coming in. They're going to be in X range. So no one with the punish. I think Ghost is dead. GH probably just want to try and leave him here. He's keeping him alive for the time being, but he will eventually fall, and there's no one to tether to. There was action on the other side of the map, though. They killed Tikal. Now they're chasing after Satanic as well. So it is going to be a trade-off here. Can Samael finish off Satanic? He's so low. But it looks like the Snake maybe just gave him enough mana to work with, enough threat on Samael. He can't go for it.
Forces the Deuce at a base, and the Catapult stayed alive, so this tower just dead with the Vanguard Doom going in. Mana burn creep for Noob as well. Super high value versus Dusta. But that Kunkka rotation was massive for PARIVISION. They need the kills in the early game where they can find them. And it's probably going to be on the back of this Kunkka. There's a lot of your early spell damage. Very fast.
12 minutes and 45 seconds faster than the patch fastest. Well done, Noob. You beat the only other person who built Vanguard on Doom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's still not going to go minus. Weirdly enough, like, I feel like he is such a free lane now that the tower's taken. I'm surprised that he wants the phase boots.
I mean, you got to get aggressive, right?
Yeah,
I don't think you want to get stuck in a farm war this game. The sooner you can snowball and get active in fights and skirmishes, the happier you're going to be as NGX here, as they're rotating everybody mid for this power rune.
They get here too late, though.
Take the fight against no one anyway.
With a shield rune, no one will be able to walk it off. Meanwhile, the mid lane being dove. Samael finds that kill on Dakalis. Dakalis was hunting him in the river earlier. Now Samael gets a bit of revenge. Ghost is unleashed, is about to run out. He's going to get one more round. And now, out of damage and slowed down. Once again, a situation where GH is probably best just leaving Ghost behind. Oh, he didn't get to the other side of the Roshan pit there on that tether last second.
That's where knowing your limits counts for everything with these duos.
Yep.
You overextend, you're just food for the goo. And man, I mean, Nigma Galaxy could be up 2 or 3K if this top lane had not died twice to the Kunkka Bristle. Because the other lanes are doing quite well. It's Doom and Timber getting a lot. And NGX will have to make up for the slip up here.
Lots and lots and lots of stacks going on. 9 class.
Anyway. And that deluge is annoying.
He's so fast, and yeah, he slows him down so much with the deluge. Well, Noob is doing very well for himself. I don't know if that's good or bad, because as you said, not the greatest Doom game.
Can always build ores, though.
That's true.
And then you make everybody else's game really good. And he did slow down Satanic quite a bit. Kicking him off the lane with the mana burn, taking his tower. Stusa's not having the fastest start we've seen for the young carry. What you really want is get this Relo online and make a move on this Kunkka mid. Break him and break this mid tower. And then you're going to have access to Ancients. You're going to be able to play a lot more aggressive. Power Rune would help, but no one wins that. Holding this early game together right now for PARIVISION.
And a sick rune for a Kunkka. The third move onto this Marcy IO. Ghost and GH will back up at the right time, though. They leave that lane a second later. One of them gets ensnared, pulled back in, then they get X.
Cannot afford to die another time on this IO pair, especially with Relo up. Now's the time you can aggressively look for something.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Doom relocate. It's a possibility here, but Noob's just been focused on farm and hasn't dropped the Doom on anybody.
There's no one here to drop it on. And that's the thing. His bottom half of the map's been empty except for Medusa farming up some neutral camps.
PARIVISION are doing a good job. I always feel like with IO lineups, it's always best to play into the IO lane, wherever they're at, rather than, you know, the obvious you play away from them, you go to some other lane, then they just relocate on you. Feels too efficient. Night Class, not getting away from this Timbersaw, that's for sure, and that boat's going to be a bit wasted. So now...
That was clean.
Samael beginning to take over the game a bit. Hit by a Torrent, though. And he could be solo shackled up here for a while. The team is on its way, but can they get here soon enough? They will not. Too much damage. I mean, this is a Timbersaw that's not going to have high levels of reactive armor, so you still need to be careful of the physical damage.
This Bristol's really messed Nigma Galaxy up in this early game.
Yeah, that has.
They do not have a lot of armor to deal with him. The second these goose stacks go out, you're just bursted completely.
Signature hero for DM.
It's true. He does enjoy the Snot Rocket Bristle.
He's probably the best Viscous Nasal Goo
Didn't
Bristle.
he say in the interview that this hero is complete trash now? You think that was just psyops? More psyops coming through?
More psyops.
He's just convincing other teams it's trash, and then he plays it and owns them?
Do you think other teams listen to
No.
other team interviews ever?
No. That's why I think the whole thing about teams wanting to keep all their stuff a secret is just bullshit. Because you could come out and tell everybody your strats, and every other team would go, that's dumb. Your strats are terrible. I'm not going to do that. So there's no point in keeping it a secret because they're not going to use it anyway. I guarantee you every single Dota team would do that. Like top tier team. You know? Like a tier 3
they all
team.
think
over.
they're the best, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's also like a specialty thing as Dota's progressed. If Falcons come out and they say offlane Viper's broken,
Has fallen.
how many teams are going to just start playing offlane Viper, right?
Yeah, no. That's an Amar specialty. Not many people can replicate.
That's right, you know, it's like if I say bald men are the sexiest men, you're not going to shave your head, Austin.
Well, no, because I don't think you're. I don't think your choice in men is what I'm looking for. Jump on to Medusa. Nigma Galaxy show up with all squad.
Dire's structures
There's that reload kill you were looking for. And Diffusal done on Ghost. Some extra mana burn into the Medusa. I can dig it. Still want this mid tier 1 if you're Nigma Galaxy, though. Especially if PARIVISION are just going to get this top tower for free.
Yeah, but every single time they get close to a tower, you have to worry about some sort of song setup. Which we haven't seen yet from 9 class. Arcane Boots into Glimmer Cape for him. Bye, Dakalis.
Easy little pick off right there.
Nigma Galaxy's moving. They're moving quite a bit, but they are grouped up. And PARIVISION, they're really spread, so they're kind of drawn even here. Like Nigma Galaxy's picking up the kills, but PARIVISION's killing the creeps.
Ended up going back for the Midas on the Doom, though, so at least you're picking up some GPM in that department. And you're going to scale pretty nicely here.
I'm glad he did that. I feel like going Crimson Guard in this game, PARIVISION would just dodge fights against you.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I mean, you have Devil's Bargain anyway. Free gold. It's farming up a storm.
Who isn't?
The Bristleback. Not given the farm priority. Only 75 last hits here. At 15-minute mark. Pretty damn low.
Here comes Sumail.
Oh, Ducalis really
Killing Ducalis for the 50th time this game. Both gonna land, and it's gonna be a lot of damage. Sumail's not dead yet. Okay, the relocate comes in, but they got hit by a croaker, and now the song goes out. Ooh, caught the kill on Sumail, and then reset the fight.
And they're
Can they take the second part of the fight, though? Torrent's gonna land on the Bat Rider.
Oh, he left it.
Firefly gets over the cliff. Now he's stuck. He's gonna try and TP away. Desperation TP. Too many stuns available for PARIVISION. And Ducalis did not die.
I can't believe that worked out for him. Just a really nice Torrent bow combination from no one. And then you pop the Blade Mail. The Timbersaw can't do anything to get out of there because he kills himself on the Blade Mail.
Yep.
Sumail is going to need a fast defensive item in this game, and maybe a little too ahead of the team here.
Yeah, he's doing that classic I think I'm invincible Timbersaw deal.
And you are not in this game.
No, you're not. They've got a decent amount of magic damage, for at least single target. The physical damage is still affecting him.
With a quick pickoff.
Once he gets to his Ags, like if he gets to a fast Ags, he'll be fine. But
yeah, he just needs that first item. And then when you run in like that, you're steady enough for the reload. That play will work out. But this Kunkka has been a beast. No one just top of the charts. Hasn't died yet. He's going to have a very fast BKB here. Putting the team on his back right now as this Medusa recovers.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
what do you think Sumail's worst heroes are?
He would tell you he does not have any.
Yes, and that's why I asked you what you think his worst heroes are.
Meepo.
Okay. Of heroes that he actually plays. I thought Timbersaw was going to be one of them, is where I'm leading with it.
Okay,
he actually has a pretty good win rate.
Of actual popular mids,
yeah.
I think he's not going to like this answer, but I always thought his Dragon Knight was kind of weird. Like, it just doesn't suit his strength. And I remember we used to try and play it back in the day, and it was just awkward.
Yeah.
He tends to push really aggressively with the hero. There's also something with Sumail about these push heroes, like the DK, the Death Prophet, for example. These old push heroes where he is just going to go. He's going to threaten the tower. He's going to look for the play. And if you don't back him up, he's just going to die doing it.
Sure.
Now, how much of that is on him versus the team who should be backing up in that play? He would say the team is incorrect, right?
Yeah. 40% win rate on Death Prophet.
Yep, there you go.
There you go. His other ones, Pango, Tiny, I kind of thought they like the tanky boy.
Oh, my
God, they're so clumped.
What were you doing?
Now, they only have Torrent Boat to punish you here, but if they hit the right Torrent and the right boat, oh, it's going to look so pretty.
It's
3-man back-to-back stuns. You did it to yourself, Nigma Galaxy. You did it to yourself.
You just don't have the defensive items yet. You cannot clump like that. You just can't. They get rolled, and this game has turned completely.
It's fallen apart for Nigma.
I just feel like once you fall behind in the transitionary period with IO Marcy, we rarely see it come back.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Like, it feels like you are either closing the game out in this 10 to 20 minute period, or you lose the game in this 10 to 20 minute period.
Especially with, as you said, a carry Marcy does have like this weird valley to it. It's kind of hard to get through.
I mean, they're just like killing snakes here, but there's a whole enemy team in this game. And guess what? Satanic's not even at this fight.
Yeah, this is multiple times that they have lost 4 versus 5 effectively. Satanic hasn't been, he wasn't in this fight, he wasn't in the previous fight. One of the early ones. I mean,
he was probably drinking that before the sleep even wore off. He's like, this fight's over. I already know. Just tore me, man. Rough stuff here. I mean, imagine you could have just gotten to your BKB on the Marcy and Ags on Timber. You could take a fight like that.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Again, like they only have Torrent Boat. Samael pops his Ags and you get BKB off on Ghost, then one person is really being affected by that Torrent Boat, and you could play that out pretty easy. But relocate defensively here, and that'll leave poor GH to die.
It is pretty impressive how PARIVISION basically only have that Torrent Boat as spells in the early game, and it feels like that's all they need.
Yeah.
Like, no one has really set the team up well with limited playmaking.
Yeah, normally you would say Kunkka's like combo is dangerous early, but at somewhere around this point, the damage starts feeling a little lackluster.
And that is why I think the most valuable skill/asset you can have in any team is not skill. It is player synergy.
Okay.
Because I think player synergy is the hardest thing to find and the most underrated. And if you have a team that is very synergistic, you will beat teams that are higher skill than you. It is also easier to train skill than it is to train synergy.
Okay.
Which is why I also always say, if you have a winning team, you should always try and fix the problems on the winning team before you kick somebody. Because the second you kick somebody, you get rid of the synergy. Right. And to be able to refine that is incredibly difficult.
So you really liked Malady, like the pickup of Malady for Gaming Gladiators, right? Because like him and Watson, they're friends. They played together for a long time. Like they have synergy, right?
But that's also why gaming kicking people is really rough for them.
Sure.
It doesn't mean they didn't make the right call, but it sets you back so far.
Right.
Because even if you have issues with Durachi or whatever, you lose all that synergy that you have, which was obviously extremely high.
What is synergy? Just thinking about the game the same way?
Yeah, it's everyone being on the same page. It's you reading the team fights in the same way, you positioning well around each other, you making up for each other's weaknesses. Like this early game, I would argue we saw no one play really well around DM in this top lane, right? These little plays where the IO Marcy are going in on that Bristle and he's a little too far in lane, the Kunkka's already there, and the Goose Stacks come out and they get the cleave, and it's just right on time. And it's accurate, it's smooth, it's cohesive. PARIVISION have amazing synergy. I'd probably argue they're the team with the most synergy in the world right now. If you look at how they play fights, how they play the map, how they itemize.
Yeah, you frequently said that they're the best team.
I think so. And I think there are maybe teams you could argue have higher skill players on any of the positions. I think that's also probably not far off for them, to be honest. They're an extremely high skill team, but their synergy is what sets them apart.
Yeah, Mitch pulled back to his doom. As no one now has a godlike spree.
Another part of it is also playing to your role within a team. Like, I think everybody on PARIVISION knows what their role is within the team and in any given game. And it's very clear, and they play to it. And they don't step too far out of that. They're not over egotistical. They're not trying to do more than they should.
Yeah.
It's very smooth, right? Like
how many teams would 9 class work in? I think is a good example of that, right?
I mean, that's the benefit of these super quirky 4 players, is when you can fit them in and make them work, it puts a lot of pressure on the enemy. I think Jerax was similar.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he would have worked on a lot of other teams.
You need the right offlaner.
Yeah, you need players who will be sacrificial and believe in his value to enable him, and vice versa, right? Like, no one or DM is willing to play a more sacrificial offlane.
Yes.
So that 9 class can do his style, even though sometimes that means his game is kind of ruined sometimes. And some offlaners would be really mad about that and say, you're trash, I don't want to play with you, right? That's what gives your team synergy. That's what balances it out, and that's what makes you a really good team. And it sounds really easy on paper, but it's really difficult when every Dota player thinks they're the greatest player in the world because that's how Dota works. And everybody has a massive ego and everybody wants to be the star. That's why those glue men, I've always rated them highly. Like the Matumba mans of the world. The guys who are willing to switch their role or do the dirty work or play the first pick, right? These little things.
Mickey is a good example of the glue man, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody who's gone from mid to safe lane.
Exactly.
Will kind of play what the role requires. Feels like him and Nisha have that good back and forth.
Never underrate those guys because they get overshadowed very easily. As smoke coming through. Nigma Galaxy trying to get something going in this game right now. They do have the Ags for the Timbersaw.
This is a bit of a Hail Mary. They are pushing into an Aegis.
Yeah, this is a tough fight, man.
They are going to get behind them and quickly kill Ducalis. So it starts off with a numbers advantage already. While Doom is tanking up the damage, no problem. Now they need to try and get to Samael, get to Yamich. Yamich is going to run away.
Oh, nice.
Got the Doom onto the Bristleback. That's a pretty decent target. While Ghost trying to beat up Night Class right now. Locked up a little bit there. The BKB allow him to run down the Naga Siren. Satanic, save him for last if they can. After all, he has the Aegis here. Ghost trying to put damage on him, but he's not really doing enough here. Not enough to finish him off. Oh, what a tidal wave cleave hit from no one. It felt like it was the right idea for Nigma Galaxy for the longest time, and then they got baited into hitting the Dusa.
He wants more here. Oh,
the tidal wave over the cliff. That was nasty from no one.
That was just straight sick. What was that angle, man? He
got the turret on Yamich. He only survives because a low ground miss there from Satanic. They will finally take away that Aegis. Satanic's not too sad about it.
Dude, no one's just styling this game. 11-0. This Kunkka is absolutely decimated Nigma Galaxy here, and it's just a straight outplay, man. Like, he's just cooking. Look at the damage numbers. He did as much damage as the Dusa, who sat in that fight and right-clicked the entire time.
Yep.
Not a bad fight from Nigma conceptually. They get the supports. You get a solid Doom target. You're not able to kill DM, which feels pretty bad as he comes back in here. Throws out that little snot ball, and then... Yep, you're getting cleaned up. Never a fight you were really going to win into that Aegis.
Yeah, but hitting the Dusa when she had Aegis. Another grab on Ducalis. Ducalis, do you think he's like, man, I wish I could play the game?
I mean, he's playing it.
Gotta have a Serpent Ward trap, so at least he trades out.
Also, Satanic, he went Diffusal. He just burned a crap ton of Sumail's mana.
There goes all Noob's mana as well. Tidal wave. Oh, nice relocate save. GH didn't take him far, though. Noob still in trouble, still slowed down, still beaten to a pulp by Satanic. Now no one's going to pop his BKB, see if he can catch Ghost here as the BKB wears out. It didn't wear out fast enough. Tried to get him with the X. Didn't work. GH so slow, man. The Bristleback's just able to goo him up, run after him nonstop. Samael, he's got his ult back up, or his Aghanim Scepter back up. He pops it now. He kind of baited him in a little bit. Oh no, clipped himself. No, Ghost. This was a chance. They could have actually won this one. Samael does manage to blow up the Kunkka, but wait. Satanic's joining him on the cliff. Is this good or bad? I can't tell.
It's not good.
Well, he'll TP out. Satanic's fine.
Dieback for GH there. Got nothing done with it either. They did get the Kunkka, though. That is a big streak going to Sumail. 1150 into the Timbersaw's pocket. Almost a 2K gold kill. That just gives him a BKB.
What do you bet that was a rebound, that he was trying to go to the other side of the cliff, but the Z access screwed him?
Oh, he definitely got screwed on that.
Right. It's the same as like the Techie's blast off.
I mean, it's possible he also misclicked the spot, but see here, he jumps.
Like, he could go so much farther than that. He got Z access screwed for sure.
I do like pulling Satanic up, though.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
You think it's funny, huh?
Back into the game, catching Noob. Is he trying to farm up the top lane, but PARIVISION not going to let you push out bottom, not going to let you push out top.
He's just trying to finish his BKB, cannot get there. Full disperser done for Satanic now.
Full coverage out here.
Dire are scanning.
They're looking to go high ground. They know how strong this Medusa is right now. Not going to wait for another Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, Nigma Galaxy don't really have anything that they don't have an answer to, right? They've got Nullifier against Sumail. He does have BKB, I guess, but it still doesn't feel the greatest. They're tanky enough that the BKB initiation from Nigma Galaxy, they can weather that. Pop Stone Gaze, reset. Trying to hit to the back line, but Zakala's not going to be caught this time around. Made short work of Yamage. There goes the Nullifier onto Sumail. So no Aghanim Scepter for him. Now an X-Boat on GH. Nice tether timing, though. But it's still a lane of barracks for free. Nobody lost on the side of PARIVISION. They'll push for another one.
Why not? Your deuce is full here. Batrider dead for 20. No buyback on Yamage. You have some time to lay into these towers. Nigma Galaxy just do not have the DPS right now. No one looking for an X. So we'll clear out the wave.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, you can always just song and leave.
Under attack Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah, they haven't had to use the defensive song in a while.
That said, you did finish BKB on the Doom, so you have BKBs to commit here.
Instant Hex to Callis. Now the song's going to go off. They're going to have to win this fight in the BKBs.
He's so fast.
They're trying to run Satanic on out of here. The BKBs are expiring soon. So does the song, though. Maybe they can still catch him. Hit him with a flame break. The Doom is still on him for a second or two. Ghost! Oh, no, he jumped after him, but he got X back in. Now he's nullified. Now he's not going anywhere. And it's cleanup time. We still have Relocate on GH. He does not get to cast it.
And guess what? If you thought you were winning that fight, Satanic found a double damage rune and came back in. So that's nice for him.
Get some chat wheel line on their way out of this game one.
I think this was going to be a tough game for Nigma. I think you really had to snowball this laning phase, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those drafts where you could feel it coming. If you stumble a little bit, if you lose a couple of those fights, you are just not going to have the damage to punch through this lineup. The music really hates Nigma Galaxy. They're like, finally, this team's out. Put that reggae on.
Let's
We're having
go
a party,
man. All
I think
right.
they have a very good shot because PARIVISION drafted Techie Shadow Fiend.
What's wrong with the... I mean, they got Shadow Fiend Naga Siren. Like Effie said. Reel it in, baby.
Look, I'm convinced PARIVISION can probably beat anyone in the world with anything at this point.
Okay.
I mean, they're like 23-3 now or something in this tournament. They're just dumpstering everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Battle begins.
will they win this game? Yeah, it's probably likely because the heroes don't matter. But if there were a game Nigma Galaxy can pull out, it's got to be this one. I mean, their draft is very solid, and PARIVISION have Shadow Fiend techies.
Also, what's wrong with techies?
What's right with techies?
Hero does pretty good damage. It's going to look sick with Kunkka. Maybe with Shadow Fiend.
Look, I don't think
Mount Mines go off.
I think
amp
the
up the
hero
magic damage.
is fine. I just think he's a very high execution hero, right? Like, there's a lot that can go wrong with him.
Imagine Techie's blast off on you. He lays mines. But then you get ensnared and pull away from the mines as you go to last hit the mine. It blows up in your face.
Okay.
Get pulled into another mine. It blows up in your face.
Okay, I'm with you. I can see these lanes being kind of rough for Nigma, though. Not gonna lie. Like, Techies should win this ET matchup, so this Doom farms. Kunkka's probably gonna win mid versus Ember, because Kunkka just doesn't lose lane. And then you have SF versus a double melee lane.
Yeah.
SF Naga versus a double melee lane with this Deluge running him down with the raises. That's the lane I'm really worried about. This Slark Dawnbreaker. Ooh.
Yeah, Yamage is going to have to play this pretty damn well, and I don't know how good of a Slark player he is.
You can always pull here with this Slark, though.
Yep.
Naga will not stop you pulling waves if you want to just trade out evenly. That is an option. But so far, they're playing straight up and not too much aggressive action. We'll see what happens with the level 2 and 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, the SF starts getting dangerous on level 3. Level 2 raises, spooky stuff. But if it's just a Slark trading out with a Naga Siren, that seems okay.
It is a trade that Slark wins. What is going on here?
Fairy Fire, Slide of Fist, no one.
King almost went down.
Yeah, he almost did, but he knows how to play the margin. 11 and 4 for the Kunkka, so he's got some deny advantage going in. Starbreaker hits on Satanic with a blood grenade. Blood grenade. Satanic, is he going to take out? Is Tukal's going to die? Are they going to get any kills out of this? Is Yamich going to die?
No.
Yamich dies on first blood instead.
Why'd you go for it? It's like a horror movie in slow motion. He lives on one hit. You get too greedy. It all goes wrong.
It does. It goes oh so wrong. Blast off, but he is going to be waveformed over. Definitely the biggest highlight here. Nigma Galaxy, they're rocking Ghost Morphling.
Oh, yeah.
He is very good on this hero.
He's very good, and there's limited ways to deal with him if you can't do him.
Yep.
I like the mobility aspect of NGX's lineup, right? Ember more first. Some limited direct lockdown. I think if you just commit here...
Dude, he has less than 10
it.
HP. Yeah. Yeah. Another hit. Okay, this time surely Satanic falls. They've got him. Noob, he can kind of battle it out. If he dies here, I don't think it's the worst, because Yamich is probably going to clean up the kill. Dark Pact. Okay, double for Yamich.
They're back.
That's great.
Yamich is back. Noob is back.
Nigma Galaxy is back.
Back.
Remember how many Reddit threads we had after the first group stage?
It was looking so good.
We were living the highest life. As we were all Nigma Galaxy fans.
And then Croaky did that interview where he said, we're going to be beast on the new patch. And then the new patch dropped.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Don't remind me of that.
I will say they did actually set some trends for this group stage a little bit. Like
yeah, what
the support Naga, they were playing it super early on.
Oh, yeah.
For GH. So, yeah, they've had a few tricks up their sleeves that have looked good on this patch. Like the Bloodseeker Silencer, right?
Yeah.
I actually don't think the new patch is their issue. It's just the execution hasn't been there. And, of course, you have tougher opponents on average, right? You're not playing... Half your group is not teams that were eliminated in one, so competition gets a little stiffer here. And, of course, PARIVISION, kings of this tournament so far, they have dropped very few games. No shame losing to this team right now, even though it might feel like it in the moment, especially if you're up against elimination.
Yeah, if you look at it, the teams that came out of Group A, Aurora, Nigma Galaxy, BetBoom, Team Liquid. Well, Team Liquid's already eliminated. Nigma staring down the barrel of elimination. BetBoom and Aurora are not doing too bad, though.
I mean, I'll tell you, this is Eastern Europe's year, man. These CIS teams are crushing. They're going to be scary going into the big events in the second half of this year. Feels like Western Europe is taking a step back.
I think we can all be happy about that.
It does open up some more slots, like Talon doing quite well.
Yeah.
The Occult Pros had some games.
We were talking about earlier in the green room, when was the last time that Southeast Asia had top 4 at a tournament? I think it happened at one tournament maybe this year, and then like the less big one was Riyadh 2 years ago. Talon got, was it third there? Yamich fighting for his life over here. Noob's going to join him. Starbreaker hit on the two of them. That's pretty nice. Yamich is going to go down first, and Noob, he's out of firepower now. He's going to be slowed down by the raises, taking some extra hits.
This lane's starting to power up. They got that one good trade, but at this point, really hard to trade into the Shadow Fiend right now.
Just impossible. I mean, you're still operating on level 2 raises. Once you get level 3 raises.
It is fine, though. Like, as Nigma, you got an amp damage on your Ember. Sumail is surviving this matchup. He has the levels. That's what's important. And your Morphling is free farming. Like, you have the highest net worth hero in the game that is this Morphling right now. So as good as the Shadow Fiend's doing, the Ghost is up there with him. Door number 1 for the night. What is behind door number 1? It's a pause, Austin. It was a trick question.
Very nice. Oh, you know what? I think we need to add a rule set that makes it so the players have to fill us in on, like, door. Okay, who was at the door?
Yeah, take a photo.
What did they want?
Like a delivery driver, where you have to prove you delivered the package.
Yeah.
Open the door, take a photo of whoever's at the door, upload it to the admin. Or we can just get rid of the doors.
Ooh, okay, lock them in a
That's right.
doorless room.
Put them in a room and just put a brick wall up where the door was.
Okay, I like it. What happens if you leave your team?
What do you mean?
Well, what if you like want to go to a different team?
Tough luck.
You're just trapped.
That's contract
You're
jail.
stuck on the team.
Oh, look at that kill right there. Amp damage Ember taking down the SF off the rotation. Big move from Sumail.
Nice move from Yamich. Still finding Ducalis. He's making the call. Come over here, Dawnbreaker. Free kill for you, noob. I always feel like in that situation, just run deeper into the base, you know? You kind of just hand-delivered that kill to noob.
Yeah, I agree. Sumail's still lingering up here. He wants to kill Satanic again.
There it is. That's the player contract jail.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Production, can we show that shot again just for Avery?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's why you pay attention to the program. I think there it is.
Well, I didn't see it again, man.
This is why you pay attention to the program. If you keep flushing it, he keeps missing it.
You're talking about the door to the mines. I know what you're talking about. Sumail has been up here for a while.
Ducalis, welcome back to the lane.
No chains.
Yeah. Nine Class is here. What's Nine Class doing here? Blast off, lands on the Yamich. 1-2 punch from Satanic will take out. Now, though, Noob coming in. Okay, this is the Starbreaker. That's a little awkward. Here comes the boat. Has to try the ultimate. Does manage to dodge the boat. Got hit by the Torrent. Helps out Sumail. Still just trading hits now. Everybody's kind of out of spells. GH is going to join in on this action. Careful the raises, though.
Yeah, you really got to be careful. And everybody's boat run there. Not a chase you want to enter into. With no power rune on Sumail, that's a tough one.
Everybody will back away, lick their wounds. The Ember Spirit will be the most efficient of everybody in this situation.
You're going to get a D-ward on the way back here. Not a bad defense of that position for PARIVISION against this Ember, who's pretty strong. But if you're Nigma Galaxy, you got to remember you have this Morphling free farming, and Newbie just picks up Satanic for free.
Got him.
This Shadow Fiend is up to 3 deaths in the early game. That's exactly what you want to see if you are a Nigma Galaxy fan, which is everybody watching this game right now.
Everybody. Today, we are all Nigma Galaxy fans. Nice pick up there. Pretty simple. No one. Still showing off with his Kunkka. Working towards the blade mail again.
Look at that. We're going to approach the 10-minute mark, and Nigma Galaxy technically have won the laning phase.
We're so back, bros.
We are absolutely back. Can you win a power rune? Slight steal? No. It's a rune Sumail would have loved to get. We'll have to wait for another one.
You know when things really went wrong? It's when that thread went up after Falcons got eliminated. And people were like, what does Falcons being eliminated mean for Nigma Galaxy? That was hubris right there.
Fans got ahead of themselves.
They did.
Who's really to blame?
Oh, no one still finds the angle on him. That was nasty. Dawnbreaker ultimate, they really... Oh, nice blast off. Hits on 3. Is no one going to be saved by that? Oh, one more hit. Okay, they got him. They got him. Sumail runs him over with the Remnant. And now DM chased after Noob. I think they did enough damage. Yeah, he's definitely taken out.
More than enough damage there. And might even get Sumail. He wandered back in.
He's got a Remnant to work with. Nice job killing the mine.
9 Class lingering around here. Has another blast off in 2 seconds. He might go for it. He's going for it.
He's going for it. Oh, he used the slide too.
No!
Sumail's caught.
Not like the hubris.
The hubris.
The hubris of the fans. That was pretty greedy from Sumail.
It really was. He could have just pulled the creep wave farther down.
He's far behind now.
Could have held on to the slight in case
Still,
the blast off came in.
Yeah, free farm Morphling. And that Doom going out mid means Ghost can sit down here even longer.
Yeah, they're going to try and
This is not
have a poke at him. There's no way they do the damage.
They're just trying to get a reaction because meanwhile, no one is continuing to just slaughter.
Ooh, song goes off. Uh-oh. That's what this was really about. They just baited in the song Requiem with the mines. Ooh, what a combo. What a combo. Damn, Sumail actually got out of that one. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, Night Class doesn't want to let him go.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I don't think he's going to be able
attack.
to land this, though.
He's still got a few more seconds till another mine, and it's gone.
That was a pretty combo, though.
It really was. The Requiem, the mine setup and the Requiem is just, that's a nice touch.
Oh, not again. Oh, he could have
Light up in a second.
landed that if he wanted it, but maybe afraid of the Flame Guard coming back up. I don't know. It feels like this looks like game one where it's just no one Kunkka wrecking them around the map, man. He's highest net worth again. 3-1 and 2.
He's nasty with it, man. He's nasty with it.
Another nice little song setup. I think there's a world they absolutely can get both here.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's
There was
Satanic.
no net, right?
Yeah, where was the...
I'm not sure if it was on cooldown before that, but he had it up at some point after, so he didn't use it there.
I wonder if, technically it's better to push them both heroes the same direction so you can 1, 2, 3 raise them in that situation, you know what I mean? Because he had to hit the Morphling, then he had to turn back
That
around
might be
to
asking
go
a
out
little
to the
too
Ember
much.
Spirit, but, we're quibbling over the smallest deal at this point. Still a great move for PARIVISION. Up 2K. Dawnbreaker's also pretty farmed. Phase Boots, Blade Mail. Noob's going to go for BKB next item.
Mine's popping on Sumail, who is smoked in here, but he's alone. I mean, this is not doing much. This Ember needs something to go his way in this game. He's broke.
Yeah, he is.
Needs a fight, needs a couple of runes, needs a pick off here or there, a tower to go down. His rune just got denied from a techies.
Slight chains with Noob joining him.
All right.
Get a kill.
It's a little gold.
Yeah, a little bit. 146 versus Sumail.
Is this going to be a vision and map battle between this Sark and the Naga plus the mines?
You think Shadow Fiend levels Feast of Souls at all?
Eventually, yes.
Seems like he's. It seems like still the old build where you're gonna go stats.
See you later.
Pull back into the boat. Not quite enough damage
From either team. I mean, you don't want the feast for farming, but you want it later in the late game fights.
Yeah.
Spell's pretty good now. It's a lot of attack speed and move speed. Nigma really want this mid tower, or at least the fight around it.
They're trying so hard. Pull the creep wave over. Too awkward, too weird. There's quite the mine setup from 9 class. Yeah, Mitch. You should just be able to pounce down to the low ground. No problem here. Sumail follows up. Song goes out. Nice stomp, though. I think that might actually stop a Requiem from going out. Okay, he's still going to be able to hit the Requiem. Oh, okay. He decided maybe it wasn't going to be enough damage. Or maybe the timing was going to be off.
I think they wouldn't have had enough damage to burst him, just SF there.
Yeah. With him already having a remnant out.
Maybe you get more points in net. Different story.
Always a bit dangerous, these slower games, when you've got a techies. 9 class is setting up control points.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is a very interesting support battle in this game. Techie's trying to control aerial mines. Naga trying to get lanes out and scout with illusions. Stark running through it all, de-warding you. Popping random areas, playing super aggressive. It's like GH is left out of the map control game. It's like, I just want a team fight, guys. I'm the only honest support in this.
Here comes a team fight for you. He had to X early to stop the stomp, so kind of messes up the whole combo. Very awkward. It don't matter too much, though. No one... Just farm back to finish off his Radiance, and then they will be very powerful in team fights.
This is a problem for Nigma Galaxy, though. PARIVISION are just farming, and they're farming a lot. They have a Midas Doom and an SF just going to work in the jungle.
Yeah, what do you think this SF versus Morphling battle looks like in this patch?
I mean, in theory, SF is good versus hero, but I still think Morphling's just the stronger carry. So I'm still going to give the edge to Morphling here. But you can end up in these situations where you just burst in with ulti plus the magic raises. Especially if you have backup, which he does. He has Kunkka as a nice frontliner plus the boat rum, and he has sleep to bail him out. So you can go a more aggressive build here. And his hero does do some serious damage. Can't underrate how much damage he does. Classic support battle.
You can't actually hit the mine fast enough before it goes off. Earth Splitter from across the screen. Sumail's already got this kill well in hand. Like to try and dodge the boat. A little bit off there on the timing, but no real threat behind that.
And it's really weird watching Sumail versus no one in 2025. Kind of wild.
I was thinking about that last game when in the context of like the heroes that they're playing now.
It's the same heroes. The same.
Well, some of them.
This could be a game from, 8 years ago. Look at him. Old friends. Meeting in mid lane again. Sumail's like, why won't this guy just fucking retire already?
I thought I retired his ass once.
I'm going to have to do it
again.
I'm going to have to make you retire one more time.
Well, sadly, Sumail is not in the position to make no one retire.
Yeah.
It's
Now, no one, on the other hand.
Yeah, no one might make Sumail retire.
You could get some revenge.
Yeah.
You did it to me. Now you're going to know how it feels.
I forgot that this is a Morphling versus Naga Siren game, so that's going to be fun. Ghost is going to do his best Naga Siren impression every once in a while.
If he wants to.
Yeah.
It does take your ulti.
He did it once already. I mean, it's just crazy efficient for farming, right? For this hero. Which there's not much else going on right now.
That's true. It's turned into a farm fest. Does not favor Sumail out of all the cores.
No.
And no one just charging down mid with that amp damage. He's not afraid of anybody with this minted Radiance.
Definitely benefits DM. He's one of the cores who took great advantage of this as he's a Doom, so he's got a hand of Midas. Now GH throws out every spell he's got because he knows he's probably dead. Noob tries to join in the action, so the tank is going to die. You dive in pretty deep here. No one's still rocking that amp damage, but Noob has a BKB. BKB's about to expire, though. No one just keeps going to work. Now he's going to be X'd. He's going to be torrented. Goes, turns the spells back around on Noob, but Ducalis was sitting here the whole time.
Go to sleep. Torrent?
Got him on the X. Ducalis did not play that time in the best.
That was well played by Ghost, though. Some sick X marks.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good. And yeah, that guy, he had no intention of ever joining that. He's just farming it up, scaling into the late game, playing Shadow Fiend, which is honestly how you're probably supposed to play this hero, because every time he joins fights in the early game, he feeds.
Yep. You're right. So he put 2 levels of stats, and now he's going back for Feast of Souls.
Yeah, there's no way you skip this spell. There's no way.
Dude, he's going to be so fast. Disperser, Feast of Souls, Mask of Madness, he's going to be running max movement speed.
Oh, yeah. Ice skates. And
Is that even
uphill?
It's not even good for this hero, though. I feel like SF's kind of one of those just like long-range stand-and-deliver heroes, you know?
I mean, he likes being able to run around the fight.
Samael, don't even need to hit him with the Requiem. They've got him well on lock.
They were all asleep, and he still died.
Pick off on both sides of the map for PARIVISION.
Just solo kill by the Doom. Doom doing Doom things.
Yeah, he's just controlling his side of the map, and any one person shows up.
Map's starting to crumble here for Nigma.
It is a little bit.
There's a shard to the Naga Siren. That's a juicy one.
Ooh. Okay. How did GH get his spirit this far out?
Because he's gangster.
I guess so. Tranquil boots, drums. Does drums make the spirit run faster?
No, you can't drum the spirit, but you can drum and then throw the spirit.
And it takes your, does it take your current movement speed, or does it take the movement speed at the time that you cast it?
The spirit takes the move speed of you when you throw the spirit out. And that's its move speed.
Okay.
So,
why
yeah,
do you say this shit?
If you buff your move speed,
like it's obvious.
If you buff your move speed to max and you throw the spirit out, it will have max move speed, even if you then get slowed.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I was asking. Why you gotta have attitude with it, though?
Because you got attitude, you're bringing it to me, man.
Well, I was just
You're always
you
bringing attitude to me.
And then you answer
I come in
like
these
it's the most obvious thing in the world.
You come in these casts, hey, I'm casting here. What's going on? You're throwing chairs around, throwing shit around. Hey, play. You know, hey, fuck off already, man. All these play-by-play casters, so massive ego. It's insane. I have to sit down there, back there in the green room, listen to you guys all day. Just talk about trucks and shit. Who's got the bigger truck? That's all the conversation. It's just fucking Austin and Owen just going at each other about whose truck is bigger the whole day. I'm sick of it, man.
Wow.
Hours of this shit. There's Dota going on. Pay attention.
Okay, I'll try. A little distracted right now by this guy yelling at me. Yeah, Mitch, he doesn't have the mana to jump away, nor the cooldown, but he hopes that Roshan will take the kill. He doesn't. Items. Oh my god, Noob almost died. He just got quad mined on the gate.
That was Penta.
Penta mined on the gate. Gotta grab on Samael. He's kind of far away though. Oh, got the Doom on him though. The ensnare lasted just long enough. The Earth Splitter will keep DM back. I think Samael is fine.
No, he's dead.
Is he? Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. That's a level 3 Doom.
It's a level 3 Doom. He's level 19.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
What?
0 deaths in this game will do that. Farming it up with the Midas.
I feel like nothing has happened in this game, but it's went from an even game to a 12,000 net worth for PARIVISION.
That's how PARIVISION do it. Doom is 5 levels ahead.
I don't even know where that kill happened. Oh, it looks like 9 class are trying to mine the enemy side of the map.
Yeah, he's getting a little too greedy with it. GH gonna pop some of his own, go to half HP. Roche gonna pop some. Pretty tempting to do this Roche right here if you're Nigma Galaxy with this Morphling.
Yeah, you've seen some heroes on the other side of the map.
I'll take that.
Maybe a pick off first. A big kill.
He's got
an impossible kill. They can get him a little bit low, forces BKB. Then no one should be able to get back to the tier 2, Yamich. He's still got him on an X, but DM is now here.
Ghost really wants this.
Yeah, he's trying awfully hard, but it feels like he's being kited into something. Nice, Manta. Satanic on the other side. Dawnbreaker immediately pops the ultimate here. Satanic gets out of the AoE, starts throwing some damage back onto Ghost. Ghost is out of this fight for the time being. Noob using his BKB, trying to chase after these heroes. Samael got blown up by mines. And a quick couple of shots from PARIVISION. Did not take much.
I mean, he did get the Kunkka. Pretty big prize.
Noob. Hard for him to walk it off here. He just goes back in, tries to do what damage he can. I think he knew there was no escape.
That SF, he came in cooking.
He did.
That's a fight without Doom available. You traded out mids. That's about it. And this Ember just can't get anything going. He's half the net worth almost of this SF. Brutal stuff for Sumail in this game, as it's going to have to be go.
550 movement speed. Look at him go.
He's skating around, man. Look at him. Doing the taunt in the middle of the fight. Man, don't care.
And now they're the ones. Try and do the Roshan. Oh, not fast enough.
I mean, you can try and go for the steals here with the Slark.
They still have her splitter, too. The place is going to be mined to hell, though. So, careful of your approach vectors here. All right, Yamich.
I'm on the SF. Dawnbreaker's back up.
Oh, they spotted him. That's not good. They're not going to let him get close. Noob. Okay, they go inside the pit, but Roshan is outside of the pit. Awkward for Noob. He's got PKB coming up in a second, but he's already taken so much damage. Titanic looks to finish him off. They only need a bit of damage. Nice use of the shard from Yamich, and Yamich, oh, Noob, he goes back inside the pit, makes his way the other direction, but now he's trapped. It's a dead end. He can't get out. And the techies.
What is going on?
I'm not sure.
I mean, Noob is dead.
But Noob's dead.
Yeah, he's in no man's land off that song.
Roshan is still potentially available. DM. He's got Doom. Does he want to try and use it on Sumail here? He's going to drop it now. Sumail's definitely dead. No buyback there. It's only Noob who had the buyback. And he didn't really get much effect out of his ultimate. Now they're walking into mines. Ghost already at half HP. Still fighting for this Roshan. Both back in. That's a dieback for Noob. Triple kill for Satanic as they finally look to finish up that Roshan. They have significantly thwarted Nigma's attempts at interrupting them. They kill them first, then they do the roast, then they kill them some more.
I have some bad news for you, Austin.
Yeah.
Nigma Galaxy might not be back. It's looking a little grim.
Say it ain't so.
I know that's not what you want to hear, but it might just be the reality of the world we live in.
Reality is a cruel mistress.
9 classes. Just
Ghost?
Playing with it.
Yeah, I see Ghost like constantly diving in after heroes. They're low, but he can't finish them off.
Oh,
that turret just stopped him from running after DM.
Oh, that's
oh, he's ensnared into a blast off. Okay. 9 class died on. What did he even die on? Flame guard?
I think he got kicked out as he went in.
At the last second? It's okay, production. I see you clicking on that death summary.
Yeah, it's broken.
It's broken.
Spring cleaning, what can you do?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh! 2 damage from what?
Maybe
2? 2 magic damage.
Must have just been a tick from the flame guard. There's nothing
I
else.
guess it has to be, yeah.
Radiant's
Yeah, because it was attached to immolation. Yeah. That's funny, though. All right, well, Satanic. Let's start going to work on these tier 3s. Nigma Galaxy. Gonna have to put up one hell of a defense here.
Spellcasting is just always on point from no one on this hero.
Yeah, he's so good.
Boom.
They die together.
I mean, Sumail got him. First splitter on to the Kunkka.
Yeah, he's a little bit low. Oh, nice force
my.
staff.
Just can't get anything in this game.
Nothing's for free, man. You gotta work for every single kill you get against PARIVISION. Unless it's against 9 class Terrorblade.
And he's working for you.
Sometimes you just get hand-delivered a kill. No one Arcane Rune and soon to be an Octarine.
By the way, something that 9 Class has been doing this whole game, he keeps throwing these sticky bombs on the little cliff areas so he can ward them after killing the tree.
Oh, yeah. Create a...
And he's done this in 2 or 3 spots this game. And they're really annoying for the Slark to de-ward.
Yeah.
Because they're particularly effective in this game. Like, he placed this bottom, one near the bottom river.
Yeah.
It's on this little high ground nook. How do you de-ward that as Slark? It's kind of tricky to find.
Pull back on Ghost. Nice job turning into the Naga Siren to pop Mirror Image to get out of the ensnare. That's a cool idea. Unfortunately, cool ideas don't win you fights.
Song going off just to heal.
Everybody back up, full HP outside of Dakalis. See, Tanik has a minute and a half to work with this Aegis, so we gonna see them hit a high ground again?
Discord problems.
Disproms.
Dukal says, I don't care. I don't listen to you anyway. Go. Fair enough. Saw that one.
Maybe it was dis like D-I-S-S. Like they're having a rap battle in the middle of the game.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, Austin. Really good point.
Thank you.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
5-man smoke up. Nigma Galaxy are gonna run into the Doom here. He's got BKB, AC, and a lot of HP.
6-0 and 12. Yet to die on this Doom. What a game.
They go to the other side of the map. Well, that's where all the mines are.
Yeah, Techie's just holding half the map on his own.
Oh, Yamage! Yowza!
I mean, this is why it's rough to pick 9 Class's heroes into him. Because he also knows what's good against them.
Yeah.
This Techies has been quite effective with all the AoE damage.
I like the point you made about the bomb warding, because I feel like there was a lot of high ground areas that they filled up with trees.
Yep.
So I feel like in this new map especially, that's going to be super effective.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that PARIVISION have abused this game. They have 2 on the map, on the bottom half, that are in little nooks behind the trees. They've abused the one by the Roche pit on Radiant side.
Yep.
They abused the one on the Dire side above the Roche pit. So that's like 4 right off the bat that I've seen in this series alone.
You think more supports are going to build like Quelling Blades and that sort of thing to like get more of these cliff wards where trees
No,
are?
you just did it again, like right where we're talking about it. This ward up top. Behind the ancient camp. Like, who's going to check this, you know?
Sticky bomb killed the tree, plants the wards. Bada bing, bada boom.
Radiant are scanning.
And if you're a Yamich in this game, you're probably like, why the hell can't I find anything? I'm running around with Gem for 10 years. I haven't found a single ward.
Arcane power.
That is very clever.
It devalues this Slark pick a lot.
Yeah, like half if not more of the Slark's game is killing wards.
And you just can't find any. They're all in these little cracks in the cliff line. You just don't check.
And even if you know they're there, like how do you get them? You'll have to like blind pounce, hope you land on the right spot.
Yeah, waste a lot of your time and energy and thought process. And while you're doing that, they're making moves. Killing your team. Looking for Ghost. Oh boy, he has no defensive item here. Manta on cooldown.
Very awkward. DM, he's got one Hurricane Pike to try and get him over the line. A lot of damage. Sheila pull him back in. He's done.
There is no buyback available for that Morphling.
What do you think the Doom means you were lucky this time?
Well, probably because you died swiftly.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Wave did get cut in this top lane. Backdoor should come online here.
Been killed.
Doom does with his innate level.
Running in. Okay. You're not safe in the fountain.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks.
Cruising around at max movement speed. Dawnbreaker ultimate to bail him out so we can get back to the fountain.
I don't think Satanic cares, man. This guy is just here to end the game. That's his job.
Nigma Galaxy will have one last fight with the Morphling. But are they going to lose Noob before the Morphling even gets involved here? Half his HP gone, but Night Class also takes a good amount of damage. Samael not able to punish, really.
It's going to take a massive Stomp Earth Splitter here to control and win this fight. There's a good
Light
chains in the
Chains
Stomp.
grouped up.
That's as good as it
Stomp
gets.
Earth Splitter. You got to go for this one, but the song, oh no, it's going to be a 5-man Requiem boat. They get off the BKB on one of those heroes, but Ghost doesn't have a BKB. Noob is threatened by the physical damage. Satanic is walking them down one by one.
That's not it, Chief.
The buybacks, they throw more heroes at him outside of their fountain. Trying to put him in the fountain. It's just not good enough.
Well,
GG is called. Satanic farms them in their fountain.
Ultra kill
Close
Goblin.
out game 2 and this series.
Well, Nigma Galaxy